One reason that many of us fail to understand trees is that they live on a different timescale to us. One of the oldest trees on Earth in Sweden is more than 9,500 years old. That's 115 times longer than the average human lifetime. Creatures with such a luxury of time on their hands can afford to take things at a leisurely pace. The electrical signals that pass through the roots of trees, for example, move at the slow rate of 1/3 of an inch per second. But why, you might ask, do trees pass electrical signals through their tissues at all? The answer is that trees need to communicate, and electrical signals are just one of their many means of communication. Trees also use the senses of smell and taste for communication. If a giraffe starts eating an African acacia tree, the tree releases a chemical into the air that signals that a threat is at hand. As the chemical drifts through the air and reaches other trees, they smell it and are warned of the danger. Even before the giraffe reaches them, they begin producing damaging chemicals. Harmful insects are dealt with slightly differently. The saliva of leaf-eating insects can be tasted by the leaf being eaten. In response, the tree sends out a chemical signal that attracts other animals that feed on that particular leaf-eating insect. Life in the slow lane is clearly not always dull. But the most astonishing thing about trees is how social they are. The trees in a forest care for each other, sometimes even going so far as to sustain the remains of a fallen tree for centuries after it was cut down by feeding it sugars and other important substances, and so keeping it alive. Only some of the fallen trees are thus sustained. Perhaps they are the parents of the trees that make up the forest of today. A tree's most important means of staying connected to other trees is a wood-wide web of soil fungi that connects plant life in an intimate network that allows the sharing of an enormous amount of information and chemicals. Scientific research aimed at understanding the astonishing abilities of this partnership between fungi and plants has only just begun.